sitting here, I can smell it. Welcome back to Brewbods and Barbells, where we lift weights and pints. I'm Bennett, and today's spotlight is a beer that tastes like golden hour sunshine. Shadows of the Afternoon is a 6.2% ABV New England IPA from our friends over at Hobcaw Brewing out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. If you love those juicy, pillowy, hazy beers, you're gonna love this one. Quick nod to the can design. It's got a really nice electric pink color palette on this with a really cool like palm leaf shadow background on this. It's bold, it's modern, and it really makes the name pop on this, which I like. And on the back of the can, you have a really cool description of what you're gonna expect from this beer and their information on where you can head into their tap room. In the glass, it pours a beautiful hazy golden yellow, and when it was poured, it had a really nice fluffy white like head on it that lingered for a very long time, which is nice because you can really soak in those aromas. And right away, you really get the signal that this was built for softness and aroma. On the nose, you get a very nice orange, citrusy, mango, faint apricot on this, and it has a nice little dankness to it for us that like IPAs. All classic citrus signatures. The palate follows though. It's got a great medium body, pillowy mouthfeel, very low bitterness, surprisingly, a gentle dry finish that literally invites you in for that next sip. The hop saturation is high, but it's smooth. There is no bite, no burn that people say with that come with IPAs. Just layers of citrus and tropical fruit. Texture-wise, it's soft and creamy without feeling heavy, which is nice. Which is actually why I really like this style of IPAs. And it's exactly what you're looking for when you want a New England IPA. Hobcaw runs Citra only in this beer. On the backside, they're literally saying this is a celebration of Citra hops because they used it in every stage. Hot side for flavor, whirlpool to load up on those oils, and then a generous dry hop to lock in that juicy aroma that I'm enjoying right now. Just sitting here, I can smell it. Keep it in the glass and drink it fresh. The label literally says that. Great advice to put on the side of your can. That pop of tropical citrus is brightest right now. Now let's talk about Hobcaw Brewing's tap room because the experience matches this beer. Tons of parking, super easy in and out. Inside, you'll find a clean, modern palette with like soft tones and inviting tables. Whoever did the interior had a vision and perfectly nailed it. There's a game room for the kids and us big kids. A huge covered warehouse area out back for hanging out with friends out of direct sun. And then a wide grassy space that screams family friendly. It's one of those places where you hear laughter, clinking glasses, and a good conversation from the minute you walk in. And the heart behind it is Ram, Micah, and Steve on the brewing side. Absolute professional and awesome human beings. You can feel the culture in the glass. It's focused, respectful, and fun. When the team's having a good time and paying attention to the details, the beer shows it. And Shadows of the Afternoon is absolute proof. So let's talk about the New England IPA, the style that completely flipped the IPA game on its head. The origins can be traced back to Vermont in the early 2000s with a little brewery called The Alchemist. They brewed a beer called the Heavy Topper. That beer pretty much kickstarted the haze craze. Instead of being bitter, piney, and dry like West Coast IPAs, this one was soft, juicy, and loaded with fruit-forward hop character. The big thing here is really how it's brewed. New England IPAs lean heavy on late addition and dry hopping, which pulls out those tropical citrus flavors without the harsh bitterness. Brewers also use grains like oats and wheat to give that pillowy mouthfeel, and the haze, that comes naturally from those proteins and hops and yeast left in suspension. When it comes to the hops, you'll see names like Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, Eldorado, and Amarillo, all known for pumping out those mango, pineapple, orange, and passion fruit vibes. And what you should expect in the glass is a hazy, opaque pour with a soft body, low bitterness, and an explosion of juicy hop aroma. It's basically a brunch smoothie of craft beer, only way more fun. So when you see New England IPA or Hazy IPA on the board, you know you're about to get into something fruity, soft, and packed with aroma. That's the style, that's the history, and that's why New England IPAs blew up into one of the most popular beers in the craft beer scene. And the most important part right now is this beer is on draft only in the tap room. Hobcaw just dropped a fresh batch, so it's prime time to taste it at the peak brightness. Head to the tap room, say hey to the crew. You're going to find nothing but smiling faces and friendly vibes. The crew up front to the crew out back, everyone is super cool. And I want to send a huge shout out to them. Grab a pint or fill up a growler and take in the space. If you're a local, go. If you're visiting, put Hobcaw on your list. I'm Bennett with Brewed and Barbells. Thank you so much for hanging out for this spotlight. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and drop your favorite pour in the comments. I'd love to see. If you've been to Hobcaw, let me know what your favorite one was. I'd love to try it or pester those guys to bring it back. Keep lifting, keep sipping, and I'll see you at the next spotlight. Cheers, guys.